Alright, so this episode we're just gonna be grinding baseball missions and we'll do the show. Yeah, I'm trying to work on my creative player who's a first baseman. I named him Vince Sunfall, which some people won't even know who that band is, but it's a band. If you look it up, you'll find it. But I just named it them because it's my favorite band, and I didn't want to have my real name in there because if you play online, other people are going to see it. So I just thought might as well make up a kind of fake name. So that's why it's that name. So
the Atlanta Braves, MLB Network welcomes you to Suntrust Park. It should be. Now play Pee-wee
first batter, Pee-wee Reese. You get him from doing the Diamond Starter mission. I don't think you can get him in any other way, as far as I know. And that's going to be as far as I can tell, this stadium is pretty realistic to actual Suntrust Park. I've only been there once, but from what I can tell, it looks pretty authentic. So I have Darwin Barney in the lineup because I need to get 3 fielding assists with him to finish his I guess you could call it mission or whatever, even though you don't need him for any programs right now, just wanted to get it done. Here's my creative player, as you can see. I've already got him to 70 overall. I have to beat the Braves to get him higher overall and then do other missions on top of that. So this game, I need 2 hits and 4 putouts with him. So it'd be nice if I get the 2 hits out of the way pretty early. And there's one. So him being a first baseman, it's going to be a lot easier to get putouts because if it's anywhere in the infield, he's going to get a putout unless it goes straight to him. And this is Billy Williams, part of the Billy Williams program. I have to get so many stats with this card, so I just kept him in there for playing versus CPU, so I can mark up those stats. And you need him to work on the Babe Ruth program. So this is a program that'd be very nice to finish and get done for Babe Ruth, which is the card everybody's looking for. There's a double probably with him, which is good because I only have, I think, 1 double with him as of right now. And I need, I think, 7. So now we have 2. So just 5 more to go. Jim Edmonds, you get him from Conquest. He's a good goal. He's probably one of my favorite goals in the game just because he hits really well. And as you can see, he gets a lot of hits. And if you don't have like you don't have any diamond outfielders, which if you finish, here's another Conquest card, Edgar Martinez. But if you finish Conquest, you get Luis Gonzalez, which is a pretty good diamond card. I'm not really a fan of his, but he's a diamond, so. And that's the outs. Not much to that. And now we face the Braves lineup, which honestly they're not that hard of a team to beat. So, and I'm playing on veteran, so it's the second. You have rookie and then you have veteran, so it's shouldn't be the harder game, especially with Cole Hamels, the flashback on the mound. You get him from Conquest as well, so most of my diamond players are from Conquest and finishing collection missions. And with Conquest, you really don't have to buy any starts if you don't want to. You just have to play the game and beat the entire match. So, one good thing about them giving you diamonds in Conquest, and he's probably going to be safe, which is annoying because the computer likes to put down bunts, and most of the time I'm not in bunt defense because I don't know, there's something to it. That should be the first put out with my creative player, and I'll put out. So. Jorge Posada, you get him from getting, I think, 40% in the collection program done. So I have spent some money on the game, not too much. Like some people already have Vladimir Guerrero, Enos Slaughter. You get him from finishing the Cardinals collection, which isn't that hard because they have a few golds but no diamonds, so it shouldn't be that expensive for a collection. He's alright. His power is not as high as I would like it to be, but his contact's over 100. So, and he's got pretty decent speed. So. Cole Hamels, I said you get him in a conquest. I'm not expecting anything out of him at the plate. Just get it over with and move on to the next one. Ryan Schimpf is up. Shouldn't be that hard of it at bat. Especially on veteran, I wouldn't think it'd be hard. But you never know if he's going to hit a home run or something against which I really like the Cole Hamels card, the diamond card in this game. Because sometimes the computer can be unpredictable and go off on 2 or 3 home run streaks in a row out of nowhere. But you don't have to really be worried about your pitch selection here. You can, as you can see, I didn't predict the future. I just kind of guessed that would happen. So I mean, like I said, the computer can be kind of. Sometimes the computer doesn't play by the same rules as what it looks like. I mean, I don't know how they program the game. Just from an outsider's perspective, it just looks like sometimes they don't play by the same rules. So, strike 3 on Kurt Suzuki, and Nick Markakis is up. I actually used to watch him when he was with the Orioles, because my dad's an Orioles fan, I'm a Nationals fan. So it would be nice to get a win against the Braves, just because they're rivals and stuff. Should be another putout. I think that's 2 putouts for my creative player. So there's 2 more putouts and a hit, and then that mission should be done. But yeah, my dad is an Orioles fan, which, as you can tell from this year, might not be the best team to follow, just from the beginning of the year, and that's 3 putouts for my creative player. So one more hit, and we're done with that mission. But Peter Reed's back up again for the Diamond Starter. You have to pre-order the Digital Deluxe Edition, I believe. It's the $100 version, and you get Brett Gardner, which is a gold to start off with, and then you have to do so many stats with him to get the Diamond Pre-Release, which is an okay card. I haven't been keeping track of how many assists Darwin Barney has, so probably should be, but I think he has at least 2, so maybe we only need 1 more and then his mission will be done. This is the point to Diamond Dynasty is just really just putting as many players in your lineup as you can that can get stuff done in one game. So it's a lot about multitasking. And here's my creative player again. If we get 1 more hit and 1 more put out, we're done with this mission. So we'll see. And that was a terrible swing. Really shouldn't have swung it down. I don't know why I did. Just kind of really wanted to get that last hit out of the way. We still have probably two more at-bats after this to get done. And it's done now, so we don't really have to worry about that anymore. Just putouts, and he's done. But back to the Orioles conversation. I've followed the Orioles because my dad's an Orioles fan, and I believe that they should have made a lot more off-season moves than they did this past off-season, but that's up to the GM of the Orioles to make those decisions, and it doesn't look like it's working out right now, but again, it's only 5 games in the season, so can't really say that certain teams are bad yet.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. On the ground to second base.
And any team, that's the good thing about baseball is it's a 162 season. So any team can come out of nowhere and just make the playoffs they would have never thought in the beginning of the season would make it. So.
And their runners at the corners now. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Edgar, that should be a hit, I think. Maybe an error. I'm not sure on that one. It looks like a hit because it didn't say error at the top left. So, and that will probably be the third out. And he missed the catch. So that's another 2 runs for the team. The Atlanta Workaholics. Even slotted back up. Just if you're going to use him, you're probably not going to get a lot of home runs. But you only want him really for contact and fielding and speed. And I'm not going home away beside it because he has 12 speed. But I've been a Nationals fan since they got Steven Strasburg, which was 2010, I believe. So I'm not a bandwagon fan that jumped on as soon as Bryce Harper joined the team. I was actually a fan before Bryce Harper even came to the Nationals. So I would still say my favorite player is probably still Steven Strasburg, even though most Nationals fans would say Bryce Harper. I'm more of a fan of Steven Strasburg for a couple of reasons. I like that he's more, I guess you could say, quiet. You can't argue with his talent because he has crazy velocity and he has a breaking pitch. And that's not the last put out because Darren Barney was covering. Yeah, Steven Strasburg just a really good player, and he seems like a really cool guy. Never met him, but I would hope he was a cool guy and not a jerk. So, but my favorite player growing up was actually Chipper Jones. So I'm kind of hoping I can finish the Chipper Jones collection of the game for the program, so I can get the immortal Chipper Jones. And that was back when I didn't really have a favorite baseball team. I just followed the Braves because I was from Georgia. And I still live in Georgia, so it's just you kind of, before you have a team, you just follow the team that you're from. So I was a Braves fan probably until the Nationals got Steven Strasburg, which was 8 years ago. I've been a Nationals fan for 8 years. I don't think I'll ever not be a Nationals fan. I can't predict what's going to happen 20 years from now, but I like to be one of those fans that doesn't, like say if they trade Bryce Harper or Bryce Harper leaves after this year, I'm not going to go and follow another team. Because I don't follow just one player. So. And that's another out. Not much to say there. Darren Barney back up. We don't really need any of his hit. We don't need any hitting stats with him. We just basically need him to get those assists. So whatever gets to the plate doesn't really matter. Credit player back up. Again, we have 2 hits with him, so we don't need any hitting stats with him. We have a cumulative mission for him that we need to get done, but that's not going to happen this game. We have to tally like 80 innings with him and 9 hits and so many RBIs. So I'm not going to get that done this game. If you know the math, you know that that's impossible this game. But just keep him in the lineup to get innings with him, and hopefully eventually get him to 89 overall and have him be the starting first baseman until a better first baseman comes out. And then I'll probably switch him out. I believe that's the last put out for my credit player, so I think that mission's done. We just have to finish. We just have to beat the Braves and then finish the cumulative mission. And then we'll have a 72, 73 overall credit player. Maybe 75. I can't remember the exact stat. But it'll be a silver. I know that. But it's I think it's a low silver. Because now he's only a 70 overall, so he's a high bronze, I believe. So just making progress on that mission. And one of the reasons why I have Cole Hamels in line, besides the fact that he's a really good pitching card, is I'm going for flashback complete games with flashback pitchers for the Tom Seaver program. And I've only got 6 right now, and if you looked at the program, you need 21. So just trying to work on that. Billy Wings lines out to the second baseman, which is a really good catch. I can't be mad at that or anything. Jim Edmonds back up, as you can see, he has 234 at-bats for my team. So I used him. Before I used my credit player at first, I had him at first because one of the secondary positions is first. And he pops up. But one of the missions for the Larry Doby program is to tally all-star outfield stats. And he's an all-star outfielder, that's what his card is. And Enos Slaughter is an all-star outfielder. And there's a hit by Edgar. He's not too quick. He's only got a 45 speed. But his hitting stats can't be I'm trying to think of the word you would use. His hitting stats are too good to keep him out of lineup. Plus, I don't have a third baseman better than him right now, so I'm going to keep him at third until I get a better third baseman, probably. I could go for Nolan Arenado or Josh Donaldson, but I don't have the subs for either of them right now. I only have 5,000 stubs right now. And there's 3 outs on another great catch. They've made 2 really good catches that happening. So. But back to the pitching. Working on the Tom Seaver program. I don't believe you can get any Immortal program done right now. I could be wrong. I know you... Okay, let me rephrase that. You can't get any of the Immortal programs done besides the Vladimir Guerrero play, which I believe that's the only program for Immortals that you can get done. Because the other ones have not released the programs for them yet. So. But there's no way I have that Vlad right now because you need to spend, unless your pack luck is really, really good, you need to spend at least $500. If $500 kind of low. I'd say, depending on how you use your money, it's all over the place. You could spend $100 and get him. You could spend $5,000 and still not get him. So it's just all up in the air as far as pack luck goes and how you play the market. So, but there's no way I've spent that much money on this game right now. Enos Slaughter was another hit. That doesn't really help with the all-star outfield stats because we need runs, home runs, and RBIs. So if we can bring them all the way around, that would help with the stat. But Cole Hamels is probably not going to do it. I'm going to have 1 home run with a pitcher this game. This entire life cycle of him when he showed team. And it was with Felix. I would see Felix hitting a home run, but not Cole Hamels. It's just not going to happen. And there's a hit, at least. And we're going to see if we can get to third. And very close play, but he didn't put the tag down. Even if he did, I think he would have been safe. And Pee Wee Reese is backed up. What we're trying to go for with Pee Wee Reese is doubles because the Calrican Jr. Immortal program needs you to get shortstop doubles. I believe 47 of them. And I have 32 or 33 with Pee Wee Reese and other shortstops. So I just need to get more doubles with him. And stolen bases wouldn't hurt with the 8-gold missions out because you have to get 20-something stolen bases, and I have like 17 right now, or 7. So, and it doesn't really matter what we do with our creative player. I already got the 2 hits for this game. He's done. Probably going to keep Cole Hamilton the whole game. I still have to do the Trevor Hoffman and Lou Smith programs with their cards. But the Tom Seaman one's probably going to be more of a grind because you have to do 9 innings of it. And I believe that is the finishing mission for Darwin Varney. I think that is 3 programs. So we have that done. We have the creative player missions done. And we have, I think that's all the missions we have done this game. I forgot to put Chipper Jones back at third. I forgot to do that because I have his rookie card. And I don't know if you've seen the program of his Immortal card, but you have to get 2 doubles and 2 RBIs, which is very hard to do with any player, let alone a rookie that's 79 overall. So I have to put him back in the lineup, just hope he gets those doubles and RBIs. And I have to do a bunch of stat missions with him. Endurance Yarte can be sometimes a trouble sometimes in this game. Like that can be annoying, especially with his speed. But luckily, Ozzy Albies is not really that good. The reason he got on base last time was a little bit stolen base, or not stolen base. He got on last time because of a bunt, and I wasn't prepared for it. I don't see him bunting this time because there's 1 out and 2 men on. So it'd be pretty stupid to do that. Fastball. We got rid of that pitch. He could have, if it was anybody else, he could have hit it farther. But no rooms to just get the easy out and throw it to third. And Freddie Freeman is up. So I usually have pretty good luck against Freddie Freeman. I don't think he's hit a home run against me in this game. I don't want to jinx it, but I do have a 5-run lead, so it's not that big a deal for us. And he grounds out to Darwin Varney. Not much trouble there. It is on veteran after all. And now they're going to bring in Rex Brothers, a lefty. Doesn't really matter because most of my team can hit lefties or righties pretty well. And I think we were facing a left. No, I think we were facing a right. Not much difference. Jim Edmonds again. Trying to get more home runs with him. And that's probably not gone. You reached out too far for it. You have to kind of stretch. I forget. Okay, Edgar's back up. It really gets to me that I forgot to put Chipper back in the lineup. I could have worked more progress on this program. Can't go back in time and change that. So just got to finish out this game a little bit at third. And Shemp back up. He's their only offense to this point with a run on the board. So you can see how Cole Hamilton has really put their lineup up and down pretty quickly. There's another strikeout. I'm not sure. I believe he has double-digit strikeouts right now. The game will probably tell you, but I don't have game audio on, so I can't really hear what they just said. But they probably said he has at least 10 strikeouts. And Pee Wee Reese should have no problem. And he doesn't. I think the reason this card is a diamond is because of his fielding. His hitting is not that good to be a diamond. But like I said, his fielding and his speed probably get him that diamond card. And he's a Hall of Famer, and he played with Jackie Robinson. So those 3 things are pretty pretty good, like resume fillers, I guess you could say, for Hall of Fame. And that's 3 outs. Bill Lynn's getting a lot of action in left field. Play Posada back up. I don't like this card. I like its hitting. It has pretty good hitting, but its speed is only 12. And I like to have cards that have some kind of speed. It doesn't have to be 80 or 90 speed, but something other than 12. You know, my credit player is 27 speed, and I take that over 12. But he's a diamond catcher, and I don't have any other diamond catcher right now. So he's going to have to work for now until I get, say, like Buster Posey or something. Which is the only diamond catcher in the game besides Posada. And that's an out. I don't know why I tried to go to third before the Posada. Back to first he goes. Cole Hamels back up. He only has 2 more innings, I think, to finish, and then he has the complete game. And it's not going to be a shutout, but I don't need shutouts for anything. I probably need shutouts for the April missions, but I'm not focusing on those right now. Still got 20-something days to finish it. I play this game enough to where I should have it done before it gets to the end of April. Peter Reese back up, and that's out. I was hoping it would get in the gap so I can work on that Calrican program, but it's not always going to be a double. Darwin Barney back up. I do have Ryan Dozier and Dustin Pedroia at second. So I'm probably going to put them back in the lineup after this game because I've already finished Darwin Barney's program. And he's out. Okay, he's in tag, so he's not out. Alright, credit player back up, 2-4, 2 singles. Be nice to get a couple RBIs here. If not, it's not that big of a deal. And I believe he popped out. So nothing done that happening. But we've got 2 more innings to go, and Cole Hamels has his complete game. And I don't see him getting the loss with a 6-run lead and him being a diamond. I can see if it was like a bronze pitcher or a common, he might blow the lead. But if Cole Hamels blows the lead, I'll probably take him out of the pitching rotation because that's just ridiculous. Another out by Jim Edmonds. Jim Edmonds' defense is okay. That's not really the reason why he's a goal. The goal is he's a really good hitter. But his defense is manageable. He's not going to make a bunch of errors like that. And if he does end up making a bunch of errors in outfield, you just put him at first. Because odds are he's not going to mess things up at first. But my credit player's there right now. Cole Hamels with the out to second base. And that's 2 outs. So bring in a pinch hitter, Tyler Flowers. Probably not going to do much. But that's just how the computer works when they're going to put in a new pitcher, they're bringing in a pinch hitter. So I do have Shohei Ohtani in my collection, but I don't use him just because he's a silver. But if anybody wants to put in the comments that they want to see Ohtani on the team, just write in the comments and I'll probably get it done next game. Because I know everybody's been saying he's the Japanese Babe Ruth, but he's only been playing for 2 or 3 games, and he only has 1 hit. So you can't, and he has no home runs. So you can't really compare him yet to Babe Ruth. I mean, if he gets down the line, he has so many hits and home runs that he's close to Babe Ruth's numbers. Then I'll consider calling him back. But for now, everybody just needs to slow down and say that we don't really know anything about his talent. So if you want to say he's a Japanese Babe Ruth, go ahead. I'm not going to agree with you if you tell me that in the comments. So Edmonds with another RBI. That's working towards the Larry Dovey collection or program. I get collection and program confused in my mind. So Excuse me for using collection and program wrong.
It was a flyout for him in his last
Edgar back up.
from the stretch. And they'll start the
Peter Moreland's got to be
chop foul at the plate.
late 30s, maybe 40s. He's been around since probably early 2000s, maybe the 90s. So I'm surprised he's still able to make a major league roster. He played with the Braves back then, so maybe they have him on the team for sentimental reasons. I'm not sure. He's a submarine pitcher, as you can see, so it can be sometimes hard to get what pitch he's throwing and where it's going to go. But you just have to really focus on where the ball's going, so you can draw more of your concentration than a regular pitcher. Enos Slaughter with at least one RBI, 2 more RBIs. So again, it's working towards, and I believe one of those was Jim Edmonds. I think that's another run as well. Cole Hamels is not going to hit him home. I predicted the future with that Ryan Schick home run, but that was an accident. I'm probably predicting the future here, and again, that's an accident. This is not a post commentary, it's a live commentary, so I have no idea what's going to happen. He can hit a double or he can strike out. I'm not sure. He hits a single. See, I didn't know what he was going to do. You can say it's a post commentary all you want in the comments, but I recorded this live, so for all you know, I could be lying. So I could be telling you this is a live commentary and all this, but it could actually be post commentary, and you would have no way of knowing. So that you gotta think about that. That kind of throws your mind around. I'm just messing with this. This is a live commentary, so what do you think it is? Never thought about that. And he's safe. So, prepare to play back up. Again, it would be nice to get 2 RBIs, but if it doesn't, not that big of a deal. Just come back the next half inning and finish it out with Cole Hamels. I believe that's it out. So, 3 more outs, and we have the complete game done.
Next to bat for Atlanta, Ender Inciarte. So far, 2 for 3 in this one.
And Edgar's not going to be able to get to that. So,
and this will land foul.
fastball to the right side. Strike. That would not work on a higher difficulty. Please do not use that pitch placement in a higher difficulty. And that one may not work either. So do not follow my example for pitches because I'm on better difficulty. I don't expect them to really be improved. The Albies hopefully doesn't set down another opponent. He shouldn't with a 10-run deficit, but this game can be kind of weird sometimes. Just throwing fastballs and changeups in the zone. Well, that one was outside the zone. See, that's how you know this is not a close commentary, because I didn't know that was going to happen. But strike 3, and Freddie Freeman to finish off. Strike 1. It should be strike 2 unless I mess up the placement. Strike 2, foul ball. Let's try a sweeping curve again. See if we can get him to look steady. And we did. So that's complete game. Run to start out. Cole Hamels player of the game. He had 10 strikeouts, which I was off. I thought he had 10 in the 7th inning. So you can think that was completely off. But we'll exit this game, and I'll show you. He is 8-21 just because I keep closing out games to get the right pitchers for certain programs. And we'll see what reward we get. Get a gold lizard skin back grip, which depending on how much it's going for, I might sell. I'm not sure. So, create a player. That's done. Redeem that. That's done. Redeem that. And these are stats we have to do in order to get to 75. There's 75. So we have to get 80 innings. We only have 15 right now. 9 hits. We only have 3, and 4 drives, which we have 0. So we have some work to do. Darwin Barney's program is done. We can't put his program. Can't put like his program reward in anything because, as far as we know, he doesn't have anything to put it in right now. Brock Holt and Neil Walker, then the second baseman we have left. We only have Brian Hannigan, a catcher, left. Vargas, Chris Carter, and Sean Rodriguez. Trevor Plouffe and Pedro Alvarez. Shortstop I actually have done. Did all these. Chris Heisey's the only left fielder I have to do. Danny Santana and Drew Stubbs at center. I have to do both Nava and Joyce at right field. Pitcher, I have to do a lot. I've only done 2, so I have to do Pelfrey, Volstad, Garcia. I actually have Garcia's card. I just haven't done his. I haven't done his mission. So Anderson, Green, Cahill, Chacin, and Sangrani. I have to do these 3, which I actually have Albuquerque's card as well. I just haven't done his missions. But Dunn and Breslow. And Guerra, I have his card as well. I just haven't done his missions yet. And Farquhar, which I don't have his card yet. This is the little jersey. April missions I've done. These are the hitting stats I've done. And we still have 27 days to complete it. Shouldn't be a trouble. Pitching, that may be a different story because we have a lot of stuff to do there and we haven't gotten that close to it yet. Conquest wins, I only have 2. Ranked seasons, I don't have any. I played 2 ranked season games. They were just in March. So, and Babe Ruth collection or program. Sorry, I have 10% done. I haven't gotten enough starting pitchers or outfielders or his jerseys and hats to finish that. Billy Williams, I still have to get 4 more hits, 5 more doubles, 32 more plate appearances, and 2 more RBIs to finish that part. And still have to exchange left fielders and do jersey exchange for Cubs and Athletics. So. Utley, after the Brock Holt program for him, exchange second baseman and do jerseys and hats. Gary Carter is actually almost done. I just can't finish his collection yet. It's just physically not possible. Even if I do all the jerseys, that would only be 80%, and I get his card at 85%. So I have to wait for this 3rd program to come out. So I have to wait for the developers to release it. Paul Molitor, I only have 5% on his. I haven't done the Vargas or Rodriguez, and I still have to do jersey and hat exchanges. So. Larry Doby, I've done 20% of his. I have to do Danny Santana, Drew Stubbs, All-Star outfielder stats, which I'm not that far from, and I'll be able to get his rookie card, which is not a bad card for no gold. And his diamond is a really good card. This will probably be my starting right fielder when I get him. So at least I get like Trout and just have to jersey and hat changes. Don Sutton, after the Garcia, Sangrani, Anderson programs, and I need 6 more complete games with any pitcher. Exchange starting pitchers for the team that he was on. Do jersey and hat exchanges. Hanley, I almost have that done, 70%. I have to do shortstops, jersey exchange, and hat exchange. So I have some work to do on that one. Joe Torre, I've only done 20%. I did the solo game mission, and I did the Gordon Beckham program for him. So I just have to do Plouffe, Alvarez, Redbirds offense, exchange first, third, and catchers, jersey, and hat exchanges. So I'm not very close to that one. Jack Morris, 30%. Chris Volstad program, Shane Green, jersey and hat exchange. Not that close to that one being done. Saberhagen, I am nowhere near getting this one done. Pelfrey, Chacin, Cahill. I have to get 23 wins with starting pitchers for the Royals, Mets, Rockies, or Red Sox. Do jersey and hat exchanges. Lee Smith, I almost have that program done, actually. I need 50 rookie strikeouts with his rookie card, as you can tell. Breslow, Farquhar, 18 pitcher change and jersey exchange. And Trevor Hoffman, I only have 10% done. I have to do Mike Dunn, finish his stats for his rookie card, and do hat exchange. So Babe Ruth, Jackie Robinson, which you have to do these stats with Jackie Robinson on his day, which is in 11 days from now. So you have to get to 10% before this day, or else you can't do these tally 10 hits. And these are stats with Dodgers players, which the only Dodgers player I have in my lineup right now, I believe, is Pee Wee Reese. So, not really getting that far now. Mike Piazza, have to do power hitter catchers, exchange catchers, jersey, and hat exchange. Pujols, just have to get first baseman hits. I have 148 out of 212. I'm not going to do that math right now. But his Immortal card is really, really good. So his hitting stats are amazing. His fielding's kind of not as good, but fielding at first base is really important. Griffey Jr., I've done his mission with getting a double and a walk. You just play on like All-Star or Hall of Fame difficulty and get the pitcher to walk you, which they do a lot on higher difficulties. And then you have to get these stats with King Griffey Jr., any of his cards. Get 24 stolen bases with King Griffey Jr. And do center fielder's jersey and hat exchange. Ripken Jr., I just have to get 13 more doubles than I get his veteran card. And then do the shortstop jersey and hat and do the handle stuff. And Chipper Jones, I just have to get 2 doubles, 2 RBIs, and finish these stats with him. Do the third base jersey and hat. Seaver, I have to finish the Jack Morris program, get 14 more complete games with him, and I'll get his veteran card. Exchange starting pitchers with an attribute greater than 69 hitting per 9. Jersey and hat exchange. Nolan Ryan, I've done up to 25% of his, do the Save Reagan program. Exchange starting pitcher, jersey and hat exchange. Wagner, I haven't started any of his. Do the Lee Smith program, get left-handed saves, get left-handed holds, exchange relievers, jersey exchange, and hat exchange. So, Goose Gossage, I haven't started any of his yet either. Trevor Hoffman program, right-handed saves, which I'm almost there. Right-handed holds, exchange relievers, jersey, hat exchange. Not much to it. I don't believe I show Bob Gibson. Bob Gibson. This one's going to take a while to get. Give these 274 strikeouts. Get 274 strikeouts with rookie or breakout legend Bob Gibson. You can only get rookie and do this mission unless you do the rest of them first. So you have to tally 314 legend innings, which I only have 145. You have to hit 7 career saves with St. Louis Cardinals relievers. It doesn't say relievers, but you probably need relievers. Exchange starting pitchers with stamina greater than 79. Jersey exchange and hat exchange. So that is all the missions. This is where you can find cards that you can get as you get further into the live series collector. I got the 88 Fernando Rodney, 88 Felix, 86 Jorge Posada, and 90 Dale Murphy, which is a really, really good card. Probably my favorite card to use in the game because he's really good. 2 souvenirs pack, Hardware Legend, Troy Tulowitzki, Hardware Flashback starting pitcher, Adrian Beltre, Jeff Bagwell, and Vlad, which you can see his stats, they're really good. Like really, really good. So that is pretty much all the stuff I've done right now. Still got a lot of grinding left to do, but I will see you guys in the next episode. So make sure to subscribe or comment, whatever you want to say about this video. If anything I said irritated you or something, just leave it in the comments. We can have a discussion about it. So I'll see you guys next episode.